Hi, this video is about how to apply the CSS and change the properties. So, you can apply the CSS in three ways: inline CSS, internal CSS, and external CSS. So, there is some disadvantage and advantage with the inline and internal CSS. So, for example, the pros unique situation that if you want to use only on the one page and on very specific element, then you can use inline or internal CSS. It is fast, kind of handy, and then you can use it during the testing or when you are trying some rough draft, very quick and dirty method. You can use inline and internal. uh, Thing that you have like website now your 1,000 pages, and if you use the inline or internal, that means you are using those CSS. You are applying CSS using inline internal 1,000 times on 1,000 pages, so doesn't scale. Now if let's say you use the color blue for your font, and now your boss or you need to change to color to the red thing. Imagine that you have to go to 1,000 pages to change that blue to red color. If you use the external, you just go to external CSS file, you change there, and it applied update all 1,000 pages of the website. So very powerful when you use the external CSS. But inline and internal, you can use on very unique situation. So how you apply the CSS inline? So this is the example on the web page, very simple one. All is going to show you that I am using inline CSS, and I can what I can do, I can just copy and paste whole code here. I can go here, create the file, new. This is the Dreamweaver, so I'm say okay. I'm going to select the new HTML page. I say I'm going to paste here, and file, save as uh, CSS. Let's say I'm using as a untitled. Let me change it to inline uh, CSS. Save it. Um, Preview in the Google Chrome, and there you go. I'm using inline CSS. Now, if I want to change the color of this thing, uh, I can change, add any property here. For example, let's say I say here, now I say okay, let's say font. I want to change the let's say font style, and then I say italic. Okay, and there you go. Now if I file, save it, and if I refresh here again, if I go to my Google Chrome, I refresh and see this line is changed to italic. So very quick and easy to change when you're, but it's usually used for the testing purpose. So let me close this one. So that's how you use the inline CSS. Now how to use the internal. So internal, for the internal CSS, you basically define here inside the head section, between the head section. So your head section start here, and this is your internal CSS goes here. If I copy and paste the same whole code here in the same HTML2 page, I don't need it anymore, so I just okay, so Control V, uh, file, save, and then preview in the Google Chrome. It just using the internal CSS, and now it changed the font size, background color, and all other properties. Font style is normal now. Font weight is bolder, and background color, and the font family is Courier new. So that's how you apply the internal, and it goes per web page. So every page in okay, sorry about that. Now this is how you apply the external CSS. So this is the web page here. your HTML document here, and this is the external CSS, and its name is external CSS dot CSS, and you define that external CSS here by linking it. Okay, so that's how you apply the external CSS. So I already have the example here that I was inline. I don't need it anymore. Okay, so inline here. Um, so this one is the external CSS, and you can see here. Let me close. Okay, so this P element that is coming from the internal, and this index CSS, it has a blue, red, italic, and these are the classes defined inside that index CSS, and that is the external. So if I want change anything, let's say for example I want to okay, so this is the class is blue, red, but and if I want to change any of this element, I mean any of the value of the property, so this is the blue is the class, um, and this is the property, and these are the values. So if I click on the blue here, and I can change, let's say I want to change the line font size to very big, let's say for example 48 here, and apply. Okay, and when you see the asterisk, that is mean is not saved, so I save it. Okay, and I go source code, and then I can uh, open in the browser, and you can see here these are the 48 change to 48, because these two line they are using that class blue. Okay, so that's how you apply the external and change the property of the particular uh, property of the class. Okay, so let me close all this, let me open. Okay, so that's how you apply the external CSS. Now span. So the span, what is going on in the span is, let me go back to my example page here and go to Dreamweaver, open the index, and open in the Google Chrome. So if you look at this code here, you see this highlighted section that is coming from the span. So stroke and cancer. So if I go back to my code here, and I go in the BlackBerry section, so here, and this is the, when you want to apply the span, you open the that particular line. So for example I want to highlight only this line, so I apply the span, then I apply the style background, and I define the property here, and then I change the value, same way the property, second property, and value, and so on. And then once I I finish, when I want to highlight, I add the end span section. So this whole, only these two three words, they will get all these properties here of the span. Okay, so that's how you apply the span. So let me close that one here, and then change the properties. So I show you already earlier to how to change the properties. So for example, if I go back to Dreamweaver, and let's say this time I want to change the properties of the paragraph here. Okay, so I go here, click on the paragraph, and let's say I want to change the color to the, let's say red, so I can recognize very red I already used. So let me pick the dark green color here. Okay, apply. Okay, file, save it, and then you click in the Google Chrome, preview in the Google Chrome. So as you see, it changed all the paragraph color to the green. So that's how you change the properties. So there are so many properties that you can change. For example, here if I go, these are the different font family that you can select. This is the font size you can select. Also in the font size it can be point, inch, centimeter, millimeter, and so on. Font style you can italic or oblique. um, Line height, font weight, bolder, text transform, and color. Any color you can pick here. There is also in the color section you can click on this one and it will open, and then you can customize here as well. You can select the RGB values here as well, hue, saturation, etc. here as well. So underline text decoration you can do. Let's say if I want the blink, apply. Okay. uh, File, save it. If I go back to my Google Chrome, refresh it. Okay. uh, Let me go back. Look like blink doesn't work on that one, but let's say I this time I pick the underline, apply. Okay. And then file, save, Google Chrome. So now this time is every whole p paragraph is underlined. Okay. So that's how you change the properties, font, and etc. Using the CSS. So as I showed earlier, you can change the different font family, point, and text decoration and color. So hopefully this video help you to change the to look at how to change the properties of the CSS. Okay. Look at other videos for the more information on the CSS. Thanks for watching. Okay. Bye.